Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Ooh, say more in unison with that one.
Nice. Already in sync.
Yes.
Where's Long Island Frank when you need him?
Long Island Frank gonna call in live from the beach club? That's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
He ought to. I mean, he was super excited. This was going to be his first deluxe stay. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, it'll probably be noisy.
Wow.
I love it. The jug movement. I love it.
Jug movement for sure.
Hashtag jug movement.
Hashtag juggernauts.
I mean, it's really important to get all your water in. And
That's
also, I leave every meeting to go to the bathroom. So
how do you make it through anything? I would be constantly throughout the day bathroom stops. That's a lot of water.
Actually, I work with a lot of older people and they make comments about my jug. They're like, do you know that I would have accidents?
Well,
sorry.
As long as they're not making comments about your jugs. Because what is this?
Yes, exactly. That's not appropriate.
A healthy environment. I'm just kidding.
It's just it's locker room talk.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Well, I've made it back-to-back days with a gallon, so 2 days in a row.
Oh,
2 days
wow.
I've been drinking a gallon. I mean, a couple days I've missed, but I've been drinking a gallon of water since June every day.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, and I don't want to rub it in, Sam, but I'm just going to do this too. So.
Hold on.
There he is.
Wait a second. Oh, there's Long Island Frank. We were just talking about you. Are you calling in from a beach club balcony, Long Island Frank, to discuss? Do
we need to send you a link so that we can be jealous of your beach clubness?
Yes. Also, we do need Parks and Monorails jugs. I think that is a good idea, Jeffers.
Yes.
And we can tell people, please check out our jugs.
Dr. Jacqueline, thank you. It is a fancy light in the background. We're very official here at Dillo Studios, and Val likes Frank's sweatshirt, which seems to be the highlight of the night so far.
Yeah. It's pretty fancy.
In the pre-show.
I have to do something really quick. So on TikTok, I don't put content out there. I just watch TikTok because I like cats a lot. And so
it was a good movie.
Theme Park Rob followed me on TikTok and I followed him back. And for some reason, I keep randomly sending him TikToks thinking that it's Justin and McKenna. So I'm really sorry. And I'm not that weird. I mean, I am, but I was trying to hide it from everyone. And he's seeing the randoms right now.
Yeah.
So
based on the TikToks you always send to me, I can't imagine what he's thinking.
He's really like, cool, thanks.
It's like at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm really sorry about that, Rob.
Theme Park Rob, it's true. Landon wrote some jokes for me here tonight. Let me read a couple more. Is it time for me to take my pants off? How do you like this hairy chest? That's what
Landon classics.
Yeah. Pretty sure in the Discord, it always comes down to Landon taking articles of clothing off. It wasn't the Discord. It was a separate conversation we were having where he decided he was going to start an OnlyFans. So,
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So look for Landon's OnlyFans coming soon.
I think he should do it. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, honestly, there's a market out there for it. I'm sure there is.
There's a market for everything right now. I mean, look at TikTok.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Jeffers, you do need to get on TikTok. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Watch the madness.
Jeff's got 2 YouTube videos out there now on unboxing videos.
I tried to get him to participate in our thread today so everyone could subscribe to him, and he didn't do it. So I don't know.
Oh man, yeah. Well, Nate, I wasn't going to disclose that you were part of that conversation. I mean, it may have been Nate's idea. I don't know. I had some
Landon out, giving Landon a little nudge.
Yeah.
I had a couple follow-ups from the last Theme Park Thursday of 2020.
Okay.
I listened to your introduction where you were just kind of talked about some resolutions for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you should resolve to talk about, like, dedicate a whole episode to Universal.
Oh.
Huh?
No.
I mean, I would be comfortable doing that when I go again. I think it has been so long that I don't even, like, I feel like I don't have much to contribute properly at this point. And it may come off that I'm like a Universal Studios hater, because I'd be like, it's fine. It's just not my first three choices.
Yeah, and for me, like when we did the Cretans Guild podcast with Skipper Bob, I don't know why I said it like that, Skipper Bob, that, you know, it's just talking about when got ejected from the park, not Skipper Bob, I'm blanking on his name, for walking off the Dudley Do-Right strips off balls. And I was like, oh, and then, you know, Jen really smacked her head on the side of that one time, but that was like probably 20 years ago. It wasn't probably the last time you went. It was probably when I was still working there. And I was like, oh my God, they're all condensed memories.
It would be a nostalgia episode, which is right up
That's
to
true.
So,
and because there was another time I went to Universal and I almost passed out from the heat. So I feel like that it's just not a great place for me personally. And then the last time I was there was when I bought too expensive of a car and was afraid of what Papa Dillo would say. So really, the last 3 times I was at Universal were not great for me, which is probably why a lot is blocked out at this point.
So you bought a car before you went to Universal, and then you met up with your family, and you were like,
correct.
Hey? Okay.
Well, no. So my parents were in New York, and I was trading out a car that was up here, and Papa Dillo was helping with that. And I couldn't get him on the phone while I was in the dealership. Did I say that weird? Dealership?
You said dealership.
Yeah.
Dealership?
You weren't sure if you were in a dealership or
right, I wasn't
somebody's
sure
home.
where I was. And so then I was like, I guess that's okay. And the monthly payment was like insanity. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to kill me. Oh my God, he's going to kill me. And we were at Halloween Horror Nights, and I was just freaking out about calling him and telling him what the monthly payment was going to be.
So you had a whole different kind of horror.
This sounds like a McKenna move. She'd be like, so I bought a car, but I can't afford it. I need your help.
Yeah, exactly. And it was cute. It's a 4Runner in Orlando. Did I need a 4Runner in Orlando with a hitch to help with my boat that I don't own?
Sure.
No. While living in an apartment? No. Do I need any of these? Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
I also want
Jeff,
to point out. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Well, this will be it's a switch topic. So go ahead.
I was going to say about Jeff's comment about bumping Universal to, you know, that AK would go to the 7th park is like, I could have a debate about Islands of Adventure, possibly, but
no, shut up. You're done. Good grief.
No, I think Animal Kingdom will always be above those 2 for me. Sorry, Steffers, regardless.
That actually warms my heart just a little bit. Just a little.
No, I don't even.
Would you put it above Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach? That's the real.
I will put it above.
Yes, you have to.
Because if I'm going down, it is very rare that I'm going to water parks. But if I'm there for long enough, I'm making time for Animal Kingdom. I'm just not doing that on a weekend.
Do you put it above Fantasia Mini Golf?
I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. Let's see.
No, that's right.
Nate, thanks.
I feel like this is a healing episode already. I appreciate this. I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it should be devoted to Joe Rhodes. You're right, because his boots.
Joe Rhodes.
Joe Rhodes.
What did I say? Rhodes? I can't
Joey
speak
Rhodes.
I've had a day of pretty much being a zombie and wanting to sleep up until about 15 minutes before coming on here. So I will not do it.
We have to record Theme Park Thursday.
Yeah. Good luck. You're going to have to do most of that. I was literally in bed going, 15 minutes before.
Are you not feeling well? What's going on?
I'm on some new meds, and the dosage got increased yesterday, and today I was a zombie. So
Got it. It'll even out.
Yeah, go through.
Do you have to? you have to do the thing where you get up at like 3 a.m. and take medicine? Because Sam was doing that for a while.
But I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. She had some pills she had to take at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they said, you're going to do this for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, nah, you're good now.
I was worried that her medicine alarm was going to wake me up every day at 3 a.m. It didn't.
Yeah. Somehow you managed to sleep right through.
I don't think my workout alarm wakes you up.
I wake up sometimes when I hear you out there, like when you're really getting into it and you're like,
I don't do that.
You do. You grunt it out. They would never let you in a Planet Fitness with that kind of a vocalization.
See,
You'd be kicked out.
Puts up her stories. I think Justin, your stories need to be like the behind the
scenes. in the bedroom trying to sleep. I can see through the crack of the door. And it's just.
Actually, I only take video whenever I know I'm ready for one, so I don't look ridiculous.
Glamour shots.
Whenever I work out, it's ugly. And I'm sweaty and I'm mean and I do grunt, but I try not to be loud, I try to be quiet.
I wonder if Sam's grunting during working out is louder than Frank throwing up.
Oh,
no,
I
don't think there's no way. Cause I know like guys throw up like we are dying. So I know how it is. And if you threw up a penny, that had to be that was some powerful vomit.
Listen, if you haven't checked out that episode of Cretan's Guild, we were all on, you're in for it. Go check it out.
You can hear that whole story.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
I had 2 other quick things.
Oh, go.
Number 1, now that you're a D23 member, Frank.
Yes.
What events are you going to attend in 2021?
So many events. So many events until from September maybe to December. Right?
Yeah,
that's about it. And they all happen in New York, so not in Florida or California at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I don't know. That's pretty cool. Surely there's going to be some virtual things you can do. So that's pretty cool.
No, that's what I'm hoping.
And the last one was I was going to tell you that my favorite of all your Vlogmases. By the way, congratulations on all your Vlogmases.
Thank you. Will we do it again? I don't know.
I think you should just start a daily vlog. Why not? Give the people what they want.
Oh, goodness. Do they want it? Those numbers do not reflect that the people want it.
People can't get enough Dillo. My favorite had to be the 4-year-old describing Christmas decorations at Mama and Papa Dillo's. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so good. That was so good.
Yeah.
She's a one take. She's one take, I show her the video and she just talks. I'm like,
she's a professional. She comes from parents that are performers. Come on. Exactly. I mean,
it's in her blood.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a school of pizzazz, but I will.
Coming soon, Frank's online school of pizzazz.
I didn't get to watch all of them. I'm really sorry, you guys, but I'm gonna search this one out.
Sam, I mean, my goodness, why weren't you keeping up with them every day in December? People are not busy in December, so there's plenty of time.
Apparently, my company is being acquired, and I'm one of the leads, and they're making me miserable.
Yeah. Love it. Yes.
Yeah,
Dr. Jacqueline, for sure.
That is a fact.
Love it.
All right, your Jen's announcing this week, so
okay.
I'm gonna put more.
Did we not?
Awesome.
Yes. Did we not hear that I am not doing words this week, and you're gonna have me announce? Oh,
yes.
Who's that? Who's that?
McKenna sneaked.
Oh, hi, McKenna. Hi. Oh.
She walked away. She left.
She's not ready yet.
She'll come later.
All right, fine. All right. Let's see how this goes. Welcome to the Parks and Monorail's most magical hour. Yay!
Yay!
Down here, Justin and Sam from the Monday Morning Monorail podcast.
We did it. We're here.
Over here is Frank. He's my brother. And I'm Jen, and we are Toasted.
He's my brother.
I think I actually said that like the 4-year-old would say it, now that I think of the tone of that.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Welcome. Thank you to all in the chat that are joining us. Thank you to all that are watching this on the replay. And this is the most amount of words I will use in one sitting tonight, as to not ruin everything I will be during theme park. There's Sam saying too many words. I'm gonna stop. Okay.
They were all good words.
Thanks. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
COVID sneeze. Sorry, guys.
Oh man. I hope
Spreading the
not.
COVID.
Apparently, there's this pandemic going around.
Justin, I know you probably have your facts up. Do you?
That's what I pulled up. Yes.
Okay, great. Can I just share one quick thing here, if I may? Hold on, I gotta find it.
Digging it up.
Is it here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think I got it. This.
Aha.
Okay, but wait for it.
Wait.
What is that? Do we see?
Oh.
Wait, go back?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They took Elmo.
No, that's fine.
It looks like
it looks
who is
better.
that? What's his name?
I mean, regardless, it's a Muppet.
Yeah. It's a
They're
Muppet.
choosing the store. But you know what? Like, that store has been disappointing me the last few trips anyway, because they don't have enough Muppets in there.
Hey, look at Adam's right there, the top comment.
I don't even know. Oh, that's so funny.
So Elmo is Sesame Street, right?
He's
True.
Sesame Street's Muppets.
But not really.
Yeah, they are.
Not the Muppets that I know.
They're not the Muppet Crew, but they are Muppets. They're in the Jim Henson verse, right?
Wait, Disney owns
No.
Sesame Street?
No.
Now they branched off when
Yeah.
it's gone through so many iterations since Jim Henson passed away.
HBO was like, "Hey, get your Elmo off of your stuff. It's mine now."
But I don't think Henson wanted Disney to touch Sesame Street back then. So something caused the separation of those two entities.
Okay, I am not mad.
You should be.
I agree
Why?
with Adam there. Why? But why? Like, why get rid of it?
Yeah.
What is this doing? Like, was it hurting someone?
It's called sanitization. Just like inside the store, there's less and less Muppets gear every time you go. It's just like,
That makes me mad.
yeah. I mean, it is the Muppet store.
Yeah.
And you go in there, it's like mostly like Stitch and other stuff.
Well, and we keep going with these 2 steps forwards and 2 steps back. We get like the pantomime Muppets in Liberty Square over the holidays, and then by the way, we're chipping away at the store little by little.
Yep. Dr. Val, same. Is there Sesame Park? And there is Sesame Place is in Pennsylvania, Jeffers.
Yes.
Are you all going there soon?
No.
Wait, on our first trip to Disney, is that when McKenna got her piggy ears?
No, that was
it was the second.
Our second trip. Yeah.
So when we went on our second trip to Disney, McKenna got little piggy ears, and everyone was stopping her, asking where she got them.
Yeah. From right there, across the street.
It was crazy. They were like,
nobody knew. It was cast members that were asking.
Were asking her, and we were like, it's in your shop.
I mean, I guess the sales must be disappointing on this stuff over the years. Sorry, Sam. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, I just think it's crazy because if they put it in the right location, or at least drew attention to it, like people would purchase more.
They should have put a big awning with like a big nose and eyeballs on it.
No.
I have one fact for today.
Oh, just one?
Just one, but this one's close to my heart.
Okay.
In 1998, on January 5th, Take Flight, a Disney World attraction previously called Delta Dream Flight, closed.
Oh.
And this is when it got refurbed.
Interesting.
What?
I guess Buzz Lightyear, right?
Yeah, that was the last time because Dream Flight, Take Flight. And then,
and then it became Buzz Lightyear. And I just have to tell you, I know that Delta Dream Flight, Take Flight, If You Had Wings, I know that those weren't the best attractions in the world. I have a very soft spot in my heart for those attractions. I love them so much. They had great soundtracks.
Yes.
They were so cool. I loved them. them.
Luckily, you can Google music, but like it was in Magic
Google music.
Kingdom. I thought that
Buzz
was in
Lightyear's
Epcot.
Space Ranger Spin.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I'm Googling music right now.
I'll do a lot of catch up here. Steffers mentions, they just added a Sesame Street portion in SeaWorld down in Orlando. So that's true too. But I love I don't even really care about the Buzz Lightyear ride, but I was such a If You Had Wings fan on my first trip, which would now be 40 years ago at the end of this month, that I just love riding that track. Like, I don't care about the ride, but that track is nostalgic for me because it hasn't changed. You got the wind tunnels, you know, the speed tunnels, whatever you want to call them. And just the way the ride goes is exactly the same. So I care less about what I'm shooting at and more about like, oh, I love the track.
Do you remember the one effect in Dream Flight where it was near the end and I think if I remember right, this is me trying to remember way back and I've forgotten more important things since then. But I thought it was near the end where you go into the dark tunnel and you're facing the spotlight that has the beams that are swirling around, and it makes it feel like visually you kind of feel like you are barrel rolling as you approach it if you really like look right at it.
Yeah.
That was one of the first effects I can remember where like as a kid Disney was blowing my mind and I was like, "Oh my God, like I feel like I am barrel rolling and I know that I'm not doing it, but what's going on here?"
Right.
Yeah.
No, I do remember that. And I don't think I was on Dream Flight as much as If You Had Wings and If You Could Fly, which came after If You Had Wings. Because when the Eastern Airlines sponsorship went away, it went If You Got Fly, and then Delta came in for Dream Flight, and then these are the airlines we had to take. Right. Because they were associated with Disney.
JetBlue could have taken over. Do you, Frank, know the day of the week January 5th, 1998 was?
Oh my God, you're gonna kill me on this. Probably not. Day of the week that January 5th, 1998 was. So gosh.
I mean,
is this like a Rain Man thing?
Yes, because that's psychotic.
No, he does.
I'm gonna say Sunday, but that's me not really thinking about it out loud.
Definitely Sunday.
Jen, you scrolling?
I have
final
the answer. Is that your final answer? Or do you want to
is my final answer. I'm gonna go with. I don't want to think about it because we're on a live stream here. So the final answer, January.
People would love to see how your brain works. It was a Monday, so you're one day.
Oh, close, very close.
Yeah.
Do you have some sort of a mnemonic device?
Close. The last day it was opened, I bet was the Sunday, and then the Monday was.
Well, I mean, probably.
This is a weird segment, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about Galaxy's Edge rumors.
Let's do it. That's fun. So I shared this tweet with you guys earlier in the week because I thought, hey, this would be some fun stuff to talk about. But I also think, let me just say this for all of you who are fans of podcasts, something you should not do, take notes, like all the important notes of the podcast, and then tweet them out. If it's not your podcast, don't do that. Why would you do that?
It's like Disney Investor Day. We were waiting on people to tweet out Dillo's Investor Day. That didn't happen.
Well, live tweeting as you listen, I feel like it's a different thing. People can do that all they want because it's reactions, but just bulleted notes of here's what they talked about. Yeah. Like don't do that.
Oh yeah, it takes away a listen.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually did listen to the podcast, and I'll plug it here because we're going to talk about it. It was the Disney Dish with Jim Hill podcast. And of course, Jim Hill has all these connections, as well as Lynn Testa, to all these people that work at the Disney company and have worked there before and just have these, inroads to get some of this information. So the tweets were based on that. Don't go looking for that tweet. If you want to hear it, go listen to the podcast. At least give them a listen. But one of the things I thought when I read this, like the Galaxy's Edge stuff, I was like, we have to talk about this when we get together on Tuesday because, Frank, I feel like you predicted all of this. All of it.
Well, I predicted it in a maybe not in a way that is suggesting that like let's stomp on everything that's come before what's happened in the last 2 years, because I feel like one is, I've joked that, the Mandalorian series finale is going to take place on Batuu, and, the epilogue will be, roaming around Batuu and okay, like that will connect the dots. But the idea of, I think what the problem is that they shouldn't just blow it up and suddenly let's take Rey out of the storyline and pretend that those sequels don't exist and all that stuff. No, the answer is answer questions about the storytelling that you currently have. Is Ahsoka still alive in that timeline? Is Mando and Grogu still alive in that timeline? Like, if you don't want to give away those secrets, then don't mess with it. But it should exist in the world that it is. The idea that, we're going to put the Razor Crest where Kylo's Ren ship is, like, shut up. No, that's ridiculous. Don't immediately, I got annoyed when Donkey Bay 7 did their menu change last year. Me too. To like jump off of that a couple of months in was so dumb. So again, yes, and take the improv way. This is what has been offered. How do we build upon it? And if that includes the characters somehow, fine. When I watched Rebels, I was kind of like, oh man, I wish Rebels was. I wish whatever the name of the planet Rebels is. I wish that was the planet in Galaxy's Edge for a little bit, because I really liked that. How they set up that planet, and I was interested in it. So I was like, oh, that would have been cool, because a lot of people don't know about it, yet it's part of the canon. But this idea of like, we got a crowbar in Mando and Grogu and the rest. Find the storytelling devices to make that work. Yeah.
And Cliff Notes summary, just to fill in the picture of what we're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I'm already off the
what they said on the podcast was essentially that we're going to get to a point probably sooner than later where story and timeline in Galaxy's Edge is thrown out the window.
I don't like that.
Where basically, we were told this was a land that existed sometime around The Last Jedi. I think it's supposed to be between The Last Jedi and
part of that is Rise of the Resistance has a failed mission. Why Hux is the way Hux is.
That's why he's on the outs. Exactly. So that's what the Rise of the Resistance is actually supposed to occur during that timeline. The characters there are in that timeline. They fit that. And so everything that's going on there is built around, this is based on the second of the sequel trilogy, right? So now they're going to say, well, we've got this new cast of characters. We've got this new show that people are just insane over. Grogu couldn't be bigger. He's the biggest thing around.
Baby
so
Yoda.
We got to get him in there, get him in the parks. And basically people are not going to care throughout the timeline, throughout the storyline, put Ahsoka in there, Boba Fett in there. Those are the people want to see. So, I mean, part of me from a theme park perspective, I get it, because it really doesn't matter. But from a fan of the story and a fan of Batuu as it is, I'm upset about it. I don't want that to happen. I never wanted that to happen, because I feel like we're just giving in to, let's just, why give it any substance or depth? Just, throw out the headliners and people will be happy, I guess. I business perspective, fine, but I'm not.
Well, it's not like people aren't going there when they go to Hollywood Studios.
But
#AlwaysMGM.
Disney has viewed the rollout of Galaxy's Edge from the start of the day one with Smuggler's Run and all the way through Rise as a total failure. They fired like the whole team that was responsible for Galaxy's Edge.
That's crazy.
So, and people have been joking around about it's going to turn into Agrabah.
It could. I could jump through some windows for some bread.
I mean, I think, my first reaction is you have the entire area around Star Tours. If you want to make a whole little Mandalorian, area where you have a set piece that is around the time of the Mandalorian, then maybe focus your attention there. You got a palette that can grow for years. You can craft it any way you want. Like, don't because it's a slow build. Don't rush it. It's not a good choice. It's a weak choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a question, because I am not as nerdy about Star Wars as some. So
as a compliment.
Yes, as you should. Before the last episode of The Mandalorian, prior to that, did we really know the time period of The Mandalorian? Did I miss that somewhere? I assumed I did.
Just say you knew it. You knew it.
Yeah,
we all knew it.
Because something that happens in the last episode, I was like, how's this gonna go? And then I was like, oh, so I guess
it's supposed to be 5 years after Return of the Jedi. is Mandalorian.
Okay.
Yeah, which puts it prior to like Luke Skywalker starting his school for younglings and such.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
How did you know that?
It was they talked about it. Like when they announced Mandalorian, they actually laid out a big timeline. It was like one of those things where they show all the Marvel movies that are coming out over the next 10 years. They did the same thing. They were like, here is Solo, here's Rogue One. You know, they showed you where everything was, and here's Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. All right. Thanks.
But Lewis, the thing is, what they're saying is that they're not going to care about mixing up timelines. Like Rey and Kylo could be walking around with the Mandalorian.
I mean, Grogu's only going to be 75 years old by that point. Like, you know, that's the other thing. It's like it can go in if they want. I mean, you're giving away the fate of Grogu. If you're willing to accept that, then do it. That's fine. You know, to me, I think you should put like you know, what I love about, you know, the first season of The Mandalorian is the whole, you know, the corridors to the armorer, you know, and that whole thing. Like, I think you could put that kind of experience in there and you get your own piece of Beskar armor. I think that's coming in the future too to make more money. So you could have that on, but the idea that, like, you know, Mando has to be alive or anything like I don't think you give away his fate at all right now by putting him there. And I think you got to keep the timeline because I think you need to keep Rey too. Now, you want to flip the script and say, no, Ahsoka is going to become the centerpiece of a two. I don't think they can.
I don't think they can do that though, because I think Rey is such a symbol that like young girls and boys cling to, and I think she's been one of the most successful aspects of Galaxy's Edge.
Agreed.
The way she interacts with kids. It every time I see it, like if I talk about it too much, I might get teary over here because it warms my cold heart every single time that I see Rey like crouching down and just really connecting with like a little girl or a little boy. It's amazing. And there's no way they get rid of her. It just can't happen.
I think I figured it out actually while you guys were blabbing. I came up with an idea for Disney. So leave Batu alone. Don't change the timeline or anything. But they could put Mando and Grogu over at Rock and Roller Coaster, because I have never walked out and bought a single thing in that store unless it was something that was not Rock and Roller Coaster.
They had a Star Wars shirt you really wanted there.
I really wanted there.
That's
but they could change that whole story and be like, no one cares about Aerosmith. The roller coaster's cool, but here is Baby Yoda and Mando.
Yeah.
And I would buy it. And then if I walked out and they were standing there, I'd be like, hey, what's up? So it just solves the problem.
Banging bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good Val Pal Mickey / Dr. Val fun fact. So I just wanted to share it with everyone to make sure everyone saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a matter of characters interacting when they shouldn't interact. Because here's what I think is eventually going to happen. You're going to have, like, I know that I feel this way. I want Darth Vader back. I would love to see Darth Vader. I never got to see him when he was in the parks. So I would like to have Darth Vader back. I would like to see Leia in the parks. I'd love to see Luke at some point, Han, you know, all these characters, especially what happens if they make a Solo 2? What about, do you bring in Lando at some point? And will it be like the young Donald Glover Lando, or is it the age-wise, still debonair Lando that we saw in Rise of Skywalker? Because I think there's a demand for Lando too. So if that's the case,
young Lando,
you think it's got to be young Lando? But if that's the case, they're going to have to figure out a way to do this, and then it almost becomes more like a Star Wars convention, you know?
I mean, why not? They have room for another park. Just make it a Star Wars park.
I'd take it. I'll take it. Sold.
I'm just catching up on comments. Yeah.
What's going on with Rock and Roller Coaster?
Yeah.
I joked yesterday that, and then I deleted the tweet, that Chapek is melting down the track of Rock and Roller Coaster to make his own Beskar, so he can do his own meet and greet inside the building for Mando and Grogu.
Would you fart if you met him? Because I would. God, what's happening? That's so stinky. Why is it so stinky around you? I have stomach issues. It would work. So.
Yeah, I made a less appropriate joke and just joked that Steven Tyler touches his face a few times and even licks his thumb in the pre-show. So maybe he got COVID and they had to shut it down.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't be licking your thumbs in COVID times, people.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Especially don't touch someone else's thumb with your licked thumb. Don't do that.
That's gross. Who would go on this? Anyone?
I would do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think there will be more Pixar coming to Hollywood studios. I think they've talked about Monsters Inc. coming in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about if they end up reimagining that whole launch bay area, because they don't need
a lot of land.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of land. They don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Make that Pixar. But I had the layout a little mixed up in my head. There is a bit of a gap between there and Toy Story Land.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was almost thinking maybe you connect it to where they had the Incredibles, or the municipal, or whatever they were calling it, Municiburg.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
when you walk behind Launch Bay towards what is now Toy Story Land, it's much further than you think it is from when you walk it normally from, say, the archway up to Toy Story Mania.
Yeah, it's kind of plays a mind trick on you. I actually looked at it on Google Maps and I was like, oh, it's not as close as I thought.
Right.
Well, that whole Disney Junior area could be changed because I don't have small kids anymore.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares about the children?
Whenever
There's
I
a
go
lot of
over
real
there, I'm
estate.
like, boring.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, though. That needs a revamp. I like the idea of having Disney Junior characters somewhere. I kind of feel like they belong more in Magic Kingdom because
maybe.
Because if you're going with, like, I don't know,
Right.
that I haven't gotten that far, but only because it's like Magic Kingdom is more, when you think of little kids, you think of Magic Kingdom first, and this generation is all about Disney Junior. I kind of feel like they belong more in the Fantasyland, not in Fantasyland, but like in the whimsical park as opposed to.
I think you could put them towards that Dumbo Circus area. Like, you don't need all that. That could be a whole Disney Junior area. It doesn't need to be all Dumbo themed. That was a quick fix for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Take like the Pete Silly sideshow area.
Yeah.
Just rework that to be a Disney Junior meet and greet.
I mean, there's the character breakfast with Disney Junior characters over at Hollywood and Vine. I think that's still going on.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
So, and it's also, that's also like, got that over here and then over here to see some other ones and all that. And I just say that because 3 years ago today, we were all the Dillos were at Hollywood and Vine enjoying a breakfast with the Disney Junior characters.
Aww.
The pain. I feel the pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be back. You're coming back soon.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Frank was talking about buying an AP.
I know.
It was.
I know.
That's the dream anyway.
Yes.
Try to figure out how to make that happen.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but that kind of talk annoys me because it's just to throw out the rumors without, like, again, it speaks to my wrestling mind as well of like, just don't go for the big stuff. Actually, you have a lot to play with underneath.
Yeah.
Find the way to build towards the moment, the experience that we want.
Right.
You can give me the experience. Wow, that was a cool ride. But if everything around it, the details aren't there, then it's memorable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I didn't mention was they actually talked about, it seems like Zootopia is absolutely still on the table for Animal Kingdom.
Oh.
But it may be like second half of the 2020s, like maybe after 2025 or something.
Gives me nausea just to think about that much time passing. But fine.
Right. Yeah. But let's take the years as they come at this point. We're not guaranteed a 2025. Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Imaginary. Hashtag waiting for Adam.
Waiting
it's true.
for Adam.
I like Zootopia, Steffers. I'm not down. I actually think it would be great. I would take it over Dino Land USA, but that's just me.
There's a lot of things I would take over at Dino Land USA.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Including that attraction. Just put in the Indiana Jones attraction right on there. Same track. Just go.
I'd be good with that. I'm fine with that.
They have a really good dino bar there.
Make it a really good Indiana Jones bar. That's what I say.
Oh.
I mean, I really don't mind either. So
All right. We're waiting on Adam. Adam has arrived.
Hello.
Adam, where are you? Show yourself.
Happy New Year, Adam.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
Adam,
New Year.
What are we doing? Not showing ourselves tonight. Are you not in your onesie?
He's in the hot tub.
No, I'm not.
In the hot tub.
I'm not.
He's the Epcot sphere.
The orb.
Or the orb. That's
like
it.
talking to us.
Yeah, it's a pulsating orb.
Happy New Year, Adam. When do we start Adam as the Bachelor on the Parks and Monorail's Most Magical Hour?
Oh. I guess I got to get my hair cut first.
That's fine. Whatever you gotta do.
You will have to show your face for those episodes.
So next week, or
I'll have to maybe get one of those green screen things like Frank has that he doesn't use.
yeah,
Right.
he can send you his.
I just need you to sign a waiver before we start, but yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was listening to one of your shows, and the person I forgive me for not remembering. The person asked, "Why does Frank have the green screen, but he doesn't use it?" And I think I've DM'd you that many times.
Yeah.
And I thought,
He's
That was
been
not
by
the
pretty
only
much
one.
everyone.
That was Dr. Jacqueline. You know she's gonna cut straight to the
that's
chase.
right.
That's right.
I'm
Just
sorry.
gotta find out the info.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam made me watch The Bachelor last night, and it was
It was the
wasn't
best
good.
ever, wasn't it?
It wasn't good, guys. I was
That's
along.
what made it good.
No,
This is why you're so sleepy today.
exactly.
It ended at
It
10
was-
o'clock. Sleepy.
It's past my bedtime. It wasn't good. I used to watch back in the day. It's not good, but I tried for Adam. That's all I can do. But now I was also doing research because we're going to have him as the Bachelor on the Parks and Monorail's Most Bachelor Hour.
Most Bachelor Hour, is that what it's called?
And everyone in the chat is going to invite their friends to observe you. And
we do need submissions for like the potential candidates here.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So yeah,
please start submitting those applications because we need to review them, and I would like to do an evaluation to find the craziest ones and bring them on first.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you need a few episodes of drama, and then you gotta weed it all out. Stephanie's
Oh, it is Jen's birthday month. Adam, do it for Jen's birthday month. Make sure commit to it now.
Oh yeah. Let's distract from that and have The Bachelor.
This is a good plan.
I'll try.
Okay.
All right,
thanks.
We're getting there. We're chipping away.
Appreciate that. Adam, do you have any opinions on the Galaxy's Edge rumors?
Yeah, I think I am you guys know me. I don't like change, and I do like how it's in a timeline. However, it's obvious that whoever designed that didn't talk to the people that made the movie, because Kylo Ren's helmet should have those red lines, and they don't. And that ship that is there isn't in the movie, because I think that they used that. There was like from plans for the number 9, and then they realized they weren't going to use it or something. So, and plus, of course, Hondo isn't even like anywhere near the films. And I think Rey's in the wrong costume for what she walks around for the movie, for the timeline set. So I understand that point. But at the same time, I understand people go to Star Wars land. If you're somebody that isn't too familiar with the stuff that's going on, and you want to see the new Star Wars stuff that's on TV, and it's not there, and somebody's got to explain it to you. I could understand a guest who goes every 3.5 years, whatever the heck that average is, to be disappointed.
They need to grow up a little. I mean, good grief. Disappointed. You're not 5. Shut up. God.
Well, I do. I really see both sides, and I wish, honestly, if they didn't do Rise of Resistance in a specific timeline, they probably could get away with everything going on at the same time.
Adam, is it that people don't understand what it is to experience something anymore? That they think the experience is like, again, the moment rather than the whole enchilada, so to speak. It's like the whole, Galaxy's Edge, if you do it right and you take it slow and you do the app and you look at the languages and you go to Oga's and you take the whole day, you get a complete package. But people are like, no, the experience is Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Yeah, that's really it. And but when you're spending $10,000 on a vacation and you can only go there for 1 day, 2 days, that's you want to get through as fast as possible. I don't want to sound like a politician, but I do see both sides. I do.
Well, you definitely sound like a politician, and that's not okay. There will be no fence sitting, Adam. Pick a side.
Who are you, me?
If I had to pick a side, it would be stick with this timeline.
Yeah, we win.
And do that for 5 years at least. Stick to it, and then if after 5 years they want to change, because they're going to have to change it because we're going to get new movies and we're going to get new TV, then that's fine. Then change it, but change it right. Don't change something but not everything. You can keep the canteen; it could stay the same, and the lightsaber and the droid, that stuff can change. But the Millennium Falcon should have a new game or setting, and Rise should then change at that point. It should.
There's no reason they couldn't update Millennium Falcon every so often, or even make it more like Star Tours, and you don't know which mission you're going to get. Like have a few. Like there's no reason they couldn't do that.
No, yeah, Adam, your point's valid too. That that all these little things that don't make sense, Kylo's ship and Rey's, costume and things like that. But it's also then don't make the same mistakes again. If you're going to change something, you have to know the whole thing and not just like we're just going to put Mando and Grogu in there and it's fine. No, not if they're both dead. Okay.
Well, but the way you get around that is just by saying, but we don't at this point. Timeline's out the window. Who cares? We're going to give you these characters. We're going to give you these locations. Welcome to Star Wars land.
And you just call it Universal Studios. That's what you call
it. Sorry, Jeffers.
We're done. That's the line of the episode.
Oh my goodness. Adam, I saw The Mouse and More had a new episode recently.
Yeah, we did. We talked about some new stuff, right? That's coming that we discussed in 2021, or that new stuff, right? Is that yes? Well, that's what we did. Yeah, I should know this.
You would know better than me.
I didn't get to listen to it yet. But yeah, that was good. Yeah, you know what I really enjoyed?
What's that?
I enjoyed the Monorail show from Monday because they got to
Oh.
talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I loved, and then I ended up watching vlogs about Animal Kingdom Lodge after that because I had to like visualize what they were looking at. And it is unfortunate that when they were there was a lot of food stuff that wasn't open because they got some really good stuff to eat, and it's really stinks that they have this resort open and they don't have all of the food options open. I think that's ridiculous, especially if you're somebody paying DVC for that.
Yeah, it'd be hard. I guess it's a tough argument though, because if you like the overhead that goes along with running those other two restaurants and probably the Mara too, they just can't justify right now since they're not filling it up. But I don't know. I think we were fine because we had our car if we needed to go somewhere, and then of course we didn't learn about the Sanaa breakfast until the last day. But I mean, we've had Sanaa a couple times. We know we love it. So we managed it, but I can't imagine if you showed up without really. This is something I say just in general, and you've experienced this, like traveling to Disney without doing any research before you get there.
Oh yeah.
Like if someone was to do that, and especially if they didn't have a car.
Oh yeah, this would have
they'd
been
be in
horrible.
a bad situation at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I appreciate all your comments, Adam. The funny thing is, I consider, first of all, I wanted to take my GoPro because I was like, what we should do is make a vlog to go along with this stay, and we should post it to our YouTube channel so people could see. Totally forgot the GoPro at home. But I was like, hey, I've got my phone, and I started to make some videos with my phone, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And like 2 times I tried to record a video of the room and something happened. Like the kids were like cussing each other out or something in the video. I was like, what is going on? I can't do this. So out the window.
Yeah, he took a video when we walked in, and I said, "Wait, there's only one bed." And he was like,
Sam's
well, I can't use this
only
video.
one bed. What is this?
And
I'm
I
like,
was
oh, great. Well, I
thought
can't
this
use
was
that one.
my birthday celebration, and you got one bed.
Yeah.
I'm such a brat. I swear I am. I don't even mean to
Put
be.
the
I just am.
music separate. I'll be fine.
Yeah. But then you don't get my signature personality and charm.
Oh, that's true.
I actually, one of the things that we saw at Animal Kingdom Lodge was a lot of people were getting food brought to them.
Yeah, deliveries.
Like
DoorDash.
DoorDash, yeah. And I was thinking, oh man, Logan's is close by. Steak. But anyways.
Nice.
Skipper Bob, I'm nothing if not consistent. I disappoint Sam with every turn, everything that happens.
I'm not disappointed. I just thought that there would be 2 beds. Like we went to Pop and we had 2 beds, so it was a little shocking. So.
Kids love a Murphy bed, apparently.
The negatives aside, because this has been your first resort stay since you become residents, do you think this boosted your time in the parks? Like, do you feel like it was a different experience for you these couple of days because it wasn't just driving down to go to the parks for a day?
Yeah, I think so, because we didn't feel worried about who's going to drive home, so we just got to drink. Right. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My comment while we were there, that we were actually like hanging out. This was like New Year's Day evening by the pool. We had done some swimming. It was cold, but we got in the pool. And we were sitting at the pool bar, and I was like, because we went to Magic Kingdom, we didn't ride a single ride, and we were only there for maybe 4 hours at most.
Maybe.
I was like, I think this is our version of what we're going to do now when we stay at Disney resorts. It's really more about the resort, because we can go to the parks all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we do it, I think next time we may not even worry about going to the parks, just depending on what's going on. It'll just be more about experiencing the resort.
Yeah, you sound like a couple of asses right now.
No, do we?
No. And I think I would do the same thing. No, it's great, because it's hard too when you live down there. It is hard to then go, should we check out this hotel?
Right.
Are we really going to do that? Let's not do that. And you talk yourself out of it. Like, we live here. Do we really need to? But it's cool to do that every once in a while and do a little staycation at the resort. You guys check it out, and, you get to know more. And this way, when people are coming into town and are like, oh, have you stayed there? But at least you have more knowledge about the resorts firsthand. So if,
and that's kind of the idea, right?
Yeah.
And if we're paying to stay at a nice deluxe resort, then that's what we should be appreciating.
Yeah.
With 2 beds, hopefully. In the future.
And by the way, Jacqueline, what I was talking about is the pool water. So I don't know about you, but I prefer a pool water to be around probably 89 somewhere. I don't really want the pool to be much below that. The pool was probably more like 83, 82. It was cold. What? That's cold.
That's so specific.
Well, because for real. Well, the reason, we had an above ground pool at our old house. I used to have to monitor the temperature because it wasn't hot year round in Tennessee.
75. Nope. Not getting that.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Jacqueline, stop looking down your nose at everybody else. Come on.
Bath water pool life. That's the only way I get in the pool.
Heated pool for life.
By the way, getting in an ocean, like a cold ocean or a cold lake, is totally different than getting in a cold pool at night with wind blowing. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold both ways, though.
But anyways, Adam.
Yes, Adam, you're still there?
I am still here. I do. Yeah, I would be weird. Like where I live, it would be weird to stay in a hotel that's 30 minutes away from my house. But the Disney hotels are different, a different animal. And I have been blessed to stay on property many times within the last 5 years. But I have not enjoyed the resorts because I feel like I'm there, want to check out the park time, and then I unfortunately miss a lot of things. So I would totally suggest, if you can, to spend more time at hotels, especially when they're more operational, I guess is the correct term. Because they have, these restaurants are great. They got the great pools, and they always have the the fun activities like at like Port Orleans. They always have a crap. They do something with New Orleans, and I can't think of it. I feel terrible. But like Wilderness Lodge always has a like a tour of the resort where they tell you about like what's going on, and that's a fun thing to do. And that's free. And Animal Kingdom Lodge has a restaurant like wine tasting, food tasting thing that I think is free. I think it is. Maybe the wine part isn't, but at the restaurants there. So they have a ton of stuff going on. You just have to be there at the right time to do it. And if you're always in the park, you can't do it. But like you guys, you're living there. Yeah. You're not wasting, park time and then park tickets on that if you didn't do it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Agreed. Yeah.
We got you.
All right, Adam. Well, thanks for dropping in. Give us the update about whether you're in or you're out as the Parks and Monorails Bachelor next week.
Oh, well, I gotta like see who the host is, and I gotta like know.
Hello, we're right here. We're all right here.
We got 4 hosts?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the Parks and Monorail's most magical hour. Well, who did you think was going to be hosting?
I thought there was going to be just one host. You're going to do 4 hosts?
No. The main hosts, though, are Jen and Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And Adam, I will explain everything to you the same way Chris Harrison does. There's 3 roses. There's 4 ladies. Adam, when you're ready, I'll do it all.
This will be fun.
And I'm going to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Oh.
So,
I love that.
It's a different show, so it doesn't have to be, like, censored. Because I got some good ones.
Yeah, it could be a spin-off.
I'm pretty sure I could really help Adam find his true love with the questions that I may ask, because he'd be like, she's not adventurous enough. Yeah, we'll do a spin-off. We'll rate it differently, Yeah, that'll work. We got you.
Yeah.
We've scared him.
No, I'm back.
I'm back.
I don't know if my internet went down or something else went down. I don't know.
Yeah. That's not what that was supposed to do, Adam.
Keeping it moving along. Adam, when's the next episode of The Mouse and More going on?
Next episode is next Tuesday.
All
I
right.
got to work on that one.
Nice.
All right, everyone, go check it out if you haven't already. Thanks, Adam, for calling in.
Adam, talk to you later.
Happy New Year.
Everybody.
The plugs. I don't know if Jen's gonna stay awake for recording Theme Park Thursday, so I'm cutting right to the chase.
The plugs. Should we start?
Sure.
Okay. We're at Morning Monorail on Twitter. We're Monday Morning Monorail. Everywhere else, Instagram, Facebook. Join the Monday Morning Monorail family group on Facebook, where you can find such exciting things as videos that I may post from our most recent staycation, as well as live streams while we're in the parks and, random conversation throughout the week. Don't forget that we have updated our merchandise on our TeePublic store.
Yay!
If you want to join the hashtag Save the Muppets effort.
Adam needed to chime in on that. Darn.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe he can represent when he gets his shirt, because he did make a purchase. So he'll be getting his Save the Muppet shirt. And you should too, if you want to look as good as Adam.
That's right.
You can give it a try. But if you go to our website, MondayMorningMonorailPodcast.com, there's a link to the merch. There's a link to our blog that hasn't been updated in a while. And we're on YouTube. And we do this every Tuesday. And our main show is every Monday. Yay. Every Monday morning on all the podcatchers. How about you guys?
Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. It's the first one of 2021 this Thursday. Do we really know what we're going to talk about? We're going to record it very soon, but the answer is we do. We're going to do the pockets of hashtag always MGM this week. We're going to do a nice little chat episode, and maybe one of us saw the TikTok Ratatouille musical last weekend and has some things to say about it.
No, Dr. Jacqueline, we're not talking about my birthday.
Oh, and it's Jen's birthday month. So of course we'll lead in with that. Of course we'll lead in with that. Don't Don't you worry about a thing.
Nope.
Oh, I can't wait. You're going to be the same age as me. By the way, that's 39.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. We look fantastic for 39. I'm telling you,
Yes.
we're killing our middle ages. It's amazing.
I mean, yeah, I heard you say that. I didn't love that.
Hello, I'm building abs and arms, and Jen, you're pretty much killing it yourself. You're hot. So we are.
Thanks. I'm not building arms or abs. So there's that.
Join me. Steffers is doing it.
Steffers has joined the efforts.
I'm so proud of Steffers and
So proud.
you, and I will happily support you from here.
I told Steffers, I was like, dude, you're already hot. Like 2 burpees and you're fit. It's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As we all know, the only burpees I do.
I don't even like it. You should shut up right now.
After some sodies.
Squat thrust for life. I can hear my gym teacher. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Thanks for joining in the chat, everybody. That's the one to end on.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
See you next week.